All right, warriors, welcome back. Before we get started, we're going to do a breathing exercise. It's going to take 5 seconds. 5 Mississippis. And look, as odd as it might sound, guess what? We applied this in our military training without saying it. You see, when you're under duress, this is why during boot camp, you're being shouted down on, provoked psychologically constantly for days on end, because they need you to learn how to suppress reactions, emotions, feelings. Because in the government's eyes, we own you, and they're going to break you down until you learn to say, sir. Because for the first time in their lives as recruits, they were never taught discipline and respect. Oh, we're going to learn. I'm going to show you how to identify toxicity around you, how it works, and why, even among those who are content creators, therapists, clinicians, have motive not to heal you, but to string you along. It's a business model that we need to be well aware of, so that when you are looking for advice, when you're looking for a coach, that it's one that's going to teach you not only how to self-heal, but self-motivate. Warriors, let's take 5 seconds though first. Let's clear some space, because you've been through so much shit, and I want to clear some space so that you remember and you can digest it and go from hearing to listening, and then applying what you learn. Because it's nothing but dead-ass information, noise, unless you change and develop a badass lifestyle. Oh, I'm going to show you ways to identify how the narcissist pettiness works against them. And it's in your responding properly. Let's do this breathing exercise, warriors. 5 seconds, man. Join me. Release slowly. All right. Shake that shit off, y'all. Among the content creators, clinicians, therapists that are out there, understand something. The business model is this way. The idea is to keep you in your insufferable loop, but breadcrumbing you with tidbits of healing, right? Breadcrumbs. Because look, the idea is to heal you is to lose a customer. To keep you in a loop is to stretch out the business model. It's all about income. And warriors, when that gets in the way, you become billable. A billable hour. Not a project to heal. They're not looking for the cure. They want to put a band-aid on the hurt. Your monthly revenue is the goal, to keep you as a patient. They don't need you sharing your testimony that you have the cure. Warriors, and in your thirst to hear what you want to hear, those content creators, their subscriber count raises through the roof, because all you want to hear is the revenge, the karma. And you're kept in that vicious fucking loop. Seek the cure. You know who they are. Narcissists are going to have tricks up their fucking sleeves. And so what I need you to pay attention to is this much. They're petty. They're petty as fuck. And depending whether you got discarded or did the discarding will be the measure of their desperatiousness and their pettiness. This is how it goes. Many of you have had restraining orders put on you, and many of you will argue, including legal teams or lawyers and whatnot. Oh, they got to notify you. No, they don't. All they got to say is, I feel my life is being threatened, and you can get a bench writ. The judge won't turn their back on it. They'll disseminate with all protective orders because they don't want to be smeared later and not be elected back in their positions. And so they will do it on an emergency order. Too many occasions have happened where they get smeared and ripped apart because they didn't act on it. And so narcissists use this to their advantage. Check this out. This is why. Without you knowing it, see, if you have a protective order against you, guess what the narcissist does? They invite you over. Either they have an emergency, or they invite you to come over for a birthday. Who knows? Maybe even act like they're going to breadcrumb you for reconciliation, a fucking word they can't even pronounce or say. But check this out. They may have a setup already in play. An argument's going to happen, and they're going to have a witness, a slew of them, and somebody ain't walking out alive because of the protective order and the way it's worded, that they felt you were a danger. They now, in self-defense, eliminates you. And you're not going to be around to tell the story or the truth. Right now, while you got your senses and logical, get in tune with the setups and how petty narcissists can be, and why it's important for you to understand narcissists know the law way better than you do, because they've used it and leveraged it against others way before you. And look, the other thing is the triangulation. Triangulation. Whenever you break up and the other party, you can always tell who the one that was legit, because that's the one that's going to stop, go into hermit, and start reconsidering what the fuck just happened. After, of course, maybe failing 4 or 5 Hoovers, some 7. Some learned at 1 because it was so extreme that they vowed never to go back. But in their search for closure, which they know now you'll never get from the narcissist, because the reason is, if they gave you closure, it means closing the door. That's not their aim. Their aim is to keep you idle and coming back, or they come back. The triangulation works this way. They instantly join into the dating market. Look, and it doesn't matter who, it's just a pulse. This is what they want to do. They want to showboat this new supply, this temporary, this bottom feeder, because chances are anyone willing to be a willing participant in the triangulation is a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. What the narcissists don't know is they got their own motivation. The narc don't think about that right now. The here and now, the pettiness, drives them, and the only way a triangulation has power over you is for you to see them in public with someone else to get these emotions and feelings reactivated in you. So the best thing for you is hermit. The best thing for you is to be indifferent. And damn it, even if it's hard at first, you better play pretend well. Narcissists need you to hurt on the outside. What they can't see on the inside bothers them. And the triangulation does not work unless you feed into it. Protect yourself, warriors, because these are the vices narcissists use in the grander manipulation. They end up stuck, like I said, with other narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths. And now they're having to shake that, because once they realize in their pettiness that, oh shit, this didn't work, they're not even around to see it. And the flying monkeys have been ostracized, excommunicated, just like the narcissists, and therefore they can't feed ideas into your mind and go, yeah, I saw them the other day at the club. You're nowhere to be around. You can't be fed the triangulation, the pettiness. Your indifference and your absence and silence destroys the narcissist's weapon of choice. Now, because of this pettiness, they end up in despair, because now they're being destroyed by the narcissist that participated, and all the harem that participated in the triangulation, because the narcissist now wants to discard them, because if they're no longer useful, they don't need them. But they're not done playing. You see, they're going to try and destroy each other. And all you had to do is stay out of the damn way. You see, get this. Look at me. Stop what the fuck you're doing. Look at me. Narcissists are depending on you staying stuck, needing closure. And what you need to realize is the disrespect and the act of leaving you and trying to destroy you in the process is all the closure you needed. And now, knowing their pettiness, all they had to do is be themselves, and that's enough for you. Warriors, throw them a fucking brick, blow the bridge up, and understand it's you they fear. Narcissists are the first to beg for trust and understanding, but the last to give it. Warriors, you're badasses, numero uno. You hold all the power, you always have. Now you're becoming the narcissist's worst nightmare. And their fearless leader wants payback, because in their contract they were supposed to sacrifice you, and in turn you destroyed an entire coven, and at the same time exposed the narcissist for exactly who they are in a huge way, because they can't backtrack all the lies. And if you leave them alone long enough, they do a badass job in the smear campaign and make it where they can't even return and change their mind, because too much was done. So if you allow them to, they blow up the bridge more better bestesses than you. Can I get a what? Oh shit. I feel a happy dance. Warriors, get out there and own it. You got this. No time to rest. Suit up. You remember your suit of armor, your war paint. And when you get back to your place of peace, you leave it at your door. You see, you got too much badass stuff to ruminacious on now, because you see and you realize the real lies spoken. It's never goodbye, warriors. It's always until next time. And I thank you so much for the subscriptions and for joining the tribe. I thank you so much also for the gifts from Amazon wish list. The link is down below. Actually, everything's down there somewhere. Click the button, and it's more delicious if you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Now get out there and fucking own it. You ain't nobody's bitch, nor are you anyone's emotional tampon. You're doing a great job. You're giving the devil hell, and you're noticed. They're going to put some respect on that name. We'll get you there. Namaste, warriors.